before I start this video, if you're interested in the Reaper class and you want a budget build for it and general tips and tricks that will save you a lot of gold, I would be streaming 1 hour after this video drops, so make sure to be there. And now let's get started. So in today's video, I would be showing you how to boss Vykas. However, it would be normal mode 3-man Vykas. And the reason is simple. Basically, I have been bossing hard mode as 4-man for a long period of time, and I used to think it's the norms and it would give me the highest amount of gold. However, I was wrong. Recently, I started doing this trick that made normal mode give me way more gold than hard mode. To explain it simply, if I want to boss normal mode with my overgeared that blade, I don't really need other drivers to do DPS, I can carry the raid alone. I just need them to do mechanics, so I would find 2 other drivers with decent characters at best, and since there are 5 customers, I will take 3 payments while they take only 1 each. And it's fair for everyone since they would usually not be able to boss without my damage, or it would be hard for them. So now that I explained to you why normal mode is better, let me show you how to actually boss it. If you still have questions after the video, make sure to drop them in the comments and enjoy. So for the first phase, you will divide into 2 parties, and since you're bossing as 3 men, it means 1 person would be alone in 1 party and 2 people would be doing a duo run on the other party. So as you can see in the image, I give the example of party 1 being the duo party and party 2 being the solo party. For the first mechanic, which is the orb mechanic, it doesn't matter which one you are. In both cases, you don't do it and you just wait for the boss gathering animation to finish and then you use time stop to pass the mechanic. And as for the battle items needed, the duo party, which is party 1, would need pots, stopwatches, Luthier's horn, and stag grenades. For the solo party or party 2, he would need only pots, stopwatches, and darkness are optional if you want to speed it up. And since I explained what to do with the color orb mechanic, that's like half of this gate. Since this gate you only have to care about 2 mechanics. The rest of the stuff is just normal and you do them like a normal raid. Next one would be a stagger check. If you are doing solo party, you would need to wait for way. Let's say you did not get the purple demon first. You would wait at 39 HP bars, you need to stop damaging because at 37 or 35 the boss would go to stagger check, and if you don't have way up by that time, you're not gonna do the stagger alone. However, if you're in the duo party, you don't need to wait for way and you just DPS non-stop and you do the stagger exactly how I would show it right now. And after you finish staggering, the boss will go into the black or blue orb mechanic, and again, you don't do it, you let all the orb pass through, and you just time stop to avoid the wipe. And that's it for gate 1, so you're basically done with this gate, it's so easy. Now let's go to gate 2. And for gate 2, there are only 2 mechanics you should care about, similar to gate 1, and the first one is open or closed wings. So as you know, it's easy to do with 5 people because you just see what color the majority of people have. If it's red, it means it's open wings, you go to the open wings. If it's purple, it means it's closed wings, so you go to the closed wings. However, if you're doing it as 3, you basically would want to take the top right orbs and memorize this image that I'm showing you at the moment and basically follow the patterns in the image. If the top orb is red and the bottom 2 are purple, it means it's open. Even though the majority of the color you would have is purple, it still means it's open. So that's why it's important to memorize this. Or you can have it in front of you while doing the mechanic if you want to have an easier time doing this. I'm gonna show you an example. However, sadly, in our case, we got majority red, which means it was open, so it was kind of easier. But if you get another pattern, just look at the image.
By the illusion.
And for the second mechanic, which is the main mechanic of this gate, the black and red orb mechanic. So you have to eat the black and let the red pass through to Vykas. However, when you are doing it as a 3-man, you would be divided into 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 11 o'clock, and each one of you has to take care of all the orb on his own. They are different patterns, but to explain it simply, you can either use stopwatch or splendid panacea. I prefer stopwatch because I'm a cheapo, I'm cheap. I don't like to buy splendid, and especially since it can be done with the stopwatch. So to show you how to do it with stopwatch, as you see in the image, if it's a 1-3-4 pattern, you're gonna take the first one normally, and then the third and fourth, you're gonna time stop before you eat the third one, so you can eat the fourth one with time stop as well. So you just have to time it. And for the second pattern, it's a 1-2-4. So you would want to take 1 and 2 with time stop and not eat any of them normally, and then take the fourth one normally and dodge the third one since it's a red one. And the last one is the impossible pattern. This one, you can't really get it. However, in normal mode, the good part is that you can let one black orb go through. So if you get this pattern, the only time you would need to die for it, because you can still get it if you sacrifice yourself. Since the last orb is gonna kill you, you get it and you get the mechanic done. The only time you would want to do that if your highest DPS also has the impossible pattern. Since only one of you can let one orb pass, it's better for the highest DPS to let the orb pass and for you to die to get the mechanic done. And now I'm gonna show you an example of how I did it in this run.
And even more pleasure. Don't look away from the darkness inside of you.
And that's how you do gate 2. Now let's talk about gate 3. You will do most of the mechanics normally, however, you would need to do what's called killing frog with way and staggering Vykas at the same time. So during this phase, you're not gonna deplete your meter because you would wanna save it for tentacles. So what you would do is, you would come to where you see me, and then you would weigh exactly at the same place where I put my cursor. So you can both kill the frog at the top and stagger Vykas at the same time, and the rest of your teammates should be at the bottom and they should kill the bottom frog with just normal skills. And for tentacles, the best distribution would be the best DPSs, one to the right, one to the left, and the weakest one would be bottom, and he would be trying to hit both tentacles at the same time, right and left to his side, and the rest of the members will try to clear from top right all the way down or top left all the way down, and that's an easy clear. At 14 HP bars or under, you should deplete your meter but not fully, so you can still be able to damage Vykas, and that's so you can be ready for the 0 HP bar mechanic. So here you would need to do it normally as you would do it in a normal raid, and use your stagger and stuff. This is normal, you do it in a normal raid. So far there is nothing special, you just do it normally how you usually do it in a normal raid. But here's the special part. You have to take the pools away and make sure you don't step into the pools after like taking them away, and go to the top of the map and make sure you're not looking at Vykas. You can right click at the top of the map to be looking at the wall instead of Vykas. And then you just redo this and keep redoing it till you stagger her completely. And congrats, you just finished your boss.